Hello, trading is closed on September 25th, 2024. We do our disclaimer, go over our calls, make our predictions. It's my trading plan for Thursday, September 26, 2024. Please remember I can be completely wrong and trade at your own risk. Look for the pattern today with the early low. Tomorrow should also have the early low. We had a target 5710.49. I said if it were going to print, it should print early, and if it didn't print early, I wouldn't wait for it to come later on. Well, it didn't print early, but we came awfully close to it printing later on, missed by about 1.5 handles. Well, that's close, but it's not close enough. So we're going to add this to the list, 5710.49. Should print at some time. We have a new target from today's patterns, 5737.84. That's what the system calls for. I'm not really sure it'll happen. So we're going to add something that says increased risk of failure. Let's look at today's action. MEJT says this drop isn't for keeps, gives us the target, 5737.84. This drop was called false, price retraced. The rally's called false, price retraced. These are the DeMark counts. We have 11 out of 13 bars of a combo sell, 10 out of 13 of a sequential sell. These don't have to go to completion. They don't even always work, and the pattern could recycle if we keep going up, meaning if we go up high enough, the whole thing doesn't count and you have to start counting over again. But in general, his combo in particular doesn't require all the rules. We follow the last 3 bars, so you could count these bars here and make it a possible sell signal. It just means you're going a bit too far too fast. We're in the area. This is a pattern which usually closes near the high. When it doesn't close near the high, it's weakness. And when there is weakness, you should see more weakness in days to come. Now, tomorrow's open can substitute for today's close. So we open up here, all is forgiven. But if we can't do better than this on the day which is normally a bullish day, typically it means the drop isn't over. What's also significant, I think, you tend to leave a failed target at major changes in trend, and after hitting a new all-time high, this close is under all these highs we've made in the past few days. It's even under some lows we made today. When you're hitting new highs and you're going to keep going, you want to keep going. You want people who missed the boat to climb on. You don't want to close in the red and be unable to hold on to some of the highs from prior days. Now, until you break down, it's not really a lock, but it's just not the kind of action you want to see. That's if you're a bull. You now have a 1 by 1 Gann fan line to this old high here. That's resistance. Resistance doesn't have to hold, but it would be ideal if we gapped up over today's high if we're going to continue higher. This really isn't enough to kill this count as far as I'm concerned. Well, tomorrow's pattern has the early low, which doesn't tell us where we open. Signals were mixed, so we use the mixed signals rules. There they are. It is bullish. We have a higher target. If we don't gap down smartly, the rules call for it to print. Just remember, you're almost always going to leave a failed target at major changes in trend. It is bearish. The normally bullish day was bearish. New all-time highs followed by a close in the red. We undercut prior highs. We have again fan line, a high a day, which is resistance. Bulls need to gap and promptly overtake today's high. Anything's possible. Again, I don't like to take counter trend trades, especially when I think it's a minor high and probably not a major one. If they gap and overtake the high, then forget what I'm saying. But if they don't, we should see lower prices even if we don't close lower. We're in an area from which a significant price reversal can occur, but until the drop starts with conviction, I'm just going to say no signal. So we have a higher target. It might fail. We have a lower target, which should print at some time. This whole action is negative. It's like on the brink, but we haven't broken support yet. I think the odds are pretty good we will, but they're not 100%. And if we gap and take this out, then I'm glad I didn't put any money at risk. If we do have a solid break, I'm suspecting it's going to last a lot more than a day. So it's the pattern with the early low, and that's today's call.